Hi again, guys. Let's continue with the loading text and explanation about the project. So let's start with the main. In the main function, we have a signal to get the signal from the user. For example, if the user send a control C, we are going to interrupt the loading test and exit the program. And then we parse the flag, all the flag, and show if have some error or something else. And if the user want to show, if the user wants to see the help commands, we print them to the user. And also request URL is really important in this part. So if the user didn't send the request URL, so we uh, show the error and print the commands. Then we have a run. We pass a signal to the run method, run function. In the run function, we create a request header from the user, and also we create a request param based on the request URL method and request header. Then we create a channel, a status channel, to get a signal from the all status from the request when we get a response. And we create a new config based on the number of uh, parallel or number of the concurrent requests, and request duration in second, request time out, on also status channel and request param. Then we print some functionalities like request URL and the number of the concurrent connection. Then we create a HTTP client from the utils I explained to you. I just is really simple. We create a fast HTTP client, set the timeout and max idle connection, and return a client. Then we have create a domain counter. We pass them to the worker repository because we want to get statuses from the requests. So we create a new application. Then here we just use show time progress to print some uh, helping helping to the user to see what's going on, like how many seconds we have left to finish the request. And then we are going to start number of uh, many concurrent as we want as the user requests. For example, if user set a 15 number of parallel requests, so we create a 15 go routine and create a request. And at the end of this function, we have to check the signal channel and also a status channel to get the response from the uh, user. So if we go back to the worker, every time we uh, finish the request from that worker, we are going to send back with the final status channel. So here come in the main come from the final status from the worker to print some functionality at the end here when we are going to exit the program. So we get the request counter, error count, total duration, max time, and mean time. Also we have here total response size, and also we are going to finish this loop with when we get some from the channel. So at the here, if we have some error, or if we didn't get any request from request counter from that all of the requests, we are going to print something because we have some errors. And at the end, we use a differ to print a result. I explained to you before. I told you about the all structure of the project. So that's it. So let's run the project and see what do we have. And in a make, I create a make file to some write some functionality to run a project, to build a project, and also run the run the Docker. So as you can see, I have a Docker file and Docker compose. It's nothing, just run integration test. I wrote integration test against the projects to run what to see, what do we have, and I wrote a two function. If we have we have request counter is going to 0, we get the wrong domain, and we set a right domain for different functionalities. So it's we don't have complexity here. So write the two tests. So let's run it by makefile. So in a terminal, we call a make run to run the projects. As you can see, we set a timeout for 4000 millisecond and with the duration of 5 seconds, and the concurrent number of the concurrent request is going to be 5, and with the dash u set to URL, and as you can see start to counting and sending request. Then as you can see, we have a fastest, average, and slowest. We didn't have any error, so we successfully in the 5 second could send 108 requests. As you can see, with the status code 200, we have 108 requests, and other part was 0. I hope you enjoy this project, and if you have some comment, please write them down and I will see. And okay, thank you for your time. Take care.